Hey everybody, so Ghost of Yotei just got a very interesting update, and it's not just another patch for balancing. We're talking hell mode raids, new progression flex system, matchmaking changes, and some pretty impactful gameplay tweaks. So let's break down everything you actually need to know. First up, and easily the biggest addition, Hell Mode is now live for raid boss battles. Now, this is a new highest difficulty tier designed for players who already mastered the raid and want a real challenge. Expect tougher bosses, less room for mistakes, and way more coordination required. And there's a reason to suffer through it. You can now earn new class cosmetics by defeating the Hell Mode bosses. So, yeah, this is pure prestige. On top of that, raids just became way more accessible. Matchmaking is now enabled for raid missions, and you can now skip straight to the raid boss for both Dragon and Saito. That means no more full clears just to practice boss fights. Huge win if you're trying to optimize builds or speedrun clears. Next up is something unexpected, gear retirement. Now, this is basically a prestige system for your perfected gear. You can spend in game currency to retire items, but here is the twist, it gives you zero gameplay advantage. Instead, your retirement count is visible to other players, and when you take a bow, you get fireflies surrounding your character. So yeah, this is straight up a flex system. It's basically the game saying this player has grinded a lot. Now let's talk gameplay because there are a few important changes here. First, the Tanegashima got nerfed. It has reduced damage versus bosses, and the Lightning Tanegashima headshot damage has been reduced as well. So this is another nerf for archers. So if you've been melting bosses with that build, well, it's been toned down. On the flip side, there's some very needed fixes. Enemies should no longer randomly deal extra damage. You can no longer be disarmed during ultimate attacks. And Samurai and Shinobi ultimates will not get cancelled when hit anymore. That's actually pretty huge, and combat should be a lot more consistent now. There's also a bunch of quality of life changes that make the game smoother overall. You can now matchmake to fill empty slots in weekly nightmare missions, which is a very welcome change. Daily bounties will refresh properly every day instead of just staying the same one forever. Completed story and incursion missions now show a check mark in the menu. That way you can keep track of what you have actually completed. And then there is some fun additions. You can now pet spirit animals in survival. You can use emotes while you're waiting at gathering points. Weapon trails are now visible in the bamboo strike in the lobby. And I mean, these are small changes, but they add to the overall experience. Finally, there are a few important fixes. There's some rare crashes that have been addressed. The Shadow Snake can no longer attune himself. Giant Bohija won't drop inside defense zones anymore. And that bug where Bohija Rain could just randomly kill players after missions, it's gone. So also the leaderboard should finally scroll properly now. There was an issue with that. And yeah, so overall, this update is actually a pretty decent step forward. Hell mode gives hardcore players something to chase, matchmaking opens up raids, and the gameplay fixes clean up a lot of frustration. So if you've been waiting for a reason to jump back in, this might be it. Now, if you want more builds, guides, and updates like this, stick around. There's a lot more coming. That is it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful in any way, and if you enjoy my content and want to support the channel, there are a few ways you can help. First, share this video with a friend. Second, hit that subscribe button. And third, if you'd like to go the extra mile, you can support me by heading over to buymeacoffee.com all bash gaming. I appreciate you all, and I will catch you on the next video.
Shadow, fuck. God damn. Good job.
How can this happen? Vermin cannot slay a tiger. I have no future.